Hi there guys, welcome back to Same Ship Different Day. Welcome back on board the Pacific Explorer for part 2 of this tour, taking you around the ship while she's been empty now for over a year with no passengers at all. I think I left you last time heading up to deck 14 to the pantry, so we'll pick it up there. Just before that guys, as last time as well, I will be wearing my mask when moving around the ship, anywhere indoors. It's a requirement, a company requirement, and requirement for a lot of the ports that we have to go into every month or so as well. So that will be worn. I apologise if you have any interruption of the sound, but it is the way it is at the moment. Also, as always guys, my views and opinions do not reflect those of my employer. So we'll crack on with the tour. Don't worry, you'll see the piano man again for you at the end of this video, and a beautiful sunset from the open deck as well, so stick around for that. Alright guys, let's keep going. I'll see if you can spot which elevator is the crew elevator and which one is the passenger. Enjoy the tour. Okay guys, so we're up here on the pantry. This is deck 14, all the way to the top. This would be the usual buffet, but served buffet for the most part, with different themes such as Mexican, Asian cuisine, sticks, Nick and Tony's, which I think is Italian, and various others. As you can see, not in use at the moment, actually being prepared for a service which is coming when this ship goes to Manila as a ferry ship for crew members. So you can see lots of preparation in progress at the moment. So with this then being one of the main dining areas for guests on board, it's strange to see it so empty. Usually it's in here, it's pretty busy. I'm ducking and diving between people if I'm trying to get some food up here. Usually this is one that's open to the crew members of your certain rank, and you're allowed to use this in quiet periods. It will be interesting to see whether this is reintroduced, not only just for the passengers as a buffet service, but also for crew members allowing to come and dine here as well. If that's not the case, then a lot of crew members will lose probably their primary area and will instead spend more of their time down in the crew mess, or in my case, the officers' mess, because I'm fortunate enough to be allowed to dine in there. Very strange to see this empty, as I said, usually full of people, and I'm sure many of you have been here sitting and enjoying the view. Remember how busy this area can be. So as I said, they're going to be using this as a dining area for this extra crew members that we're going to be bringing on. We're going to be doing a ferry service over to Manila to try and repatriate some crew and bring on some new joiners, not just for our ship, for lots and lots of ships. So we're preparing this area for that, as we'll keep them separate to us for their dining. On the way there, all crew members are classed as green because we've all been on ships for a long time now, away from any potential outside sources of any kind of virus. So they'll be dining in here. On the way back, people will probably be quarantined for their mandatory 14-day quarantine period. And so this area probably won't be used until later on, until we're beyond that period. Anyway, good to see them getting it ready, and good to be back up here. I haven't been here for a while. So one area just after the pantry, which is new for me coming back on board, and probably will be new for most of you if you haven't been on since the dry dock last year. It was introduced, it was an area that for food service previously, but it was out on the open deck over above the deck 12 sun deck, and with views out to sea as well. It was an open air area, and it was Luke's Burgers, if you remember. Now it's looking a little bit different. So this was, remember, the burger area where you used to come and get those specialty burgers. You could sit out in the sort of open air area overlooking the deck. Well, they decided to change this up a little bit, and they've turned this into more of a proper dining area. As you can see, we're using it for some storage of some furniture at the moment, but some really nice new furniture in here. I think the idea now is to make it into more of like a kind of steak restaurant, probably like the Salt Grill that we used to have on board. I'm not sure exactly, I've never seen this in operation. But yeah, it should be quite cool, and obviously you'll have a great view out not only onto the pool deck but also onto the sea beyond. So this will become a nice additional dining area for the guests on board. So I'm up here now on deck 15 at what used to be called the Sky Bar, I think, when it was Princess, and then I believe they started using it for the Edge activities and for organising things from here to have a good base for the activities you have up on the deck there that I'll take you to in a moment. A great view up here, especially when it was a bar, but you can still, I think, bring a drink up here, sit and enjoy the view out, and overlooking the pool decks, both the pools. As you can see down here, we have one pool full for the crew members at the minute, which is great and gives us something to do in our downtime. This is our wonderful Lido bar on deck 12 midship, currently in use as our crew bar. We can come for a nice refreshing Sprite. So then up here on deck 15, this is where the access to P&O, Edge, all the activities that we do on board is. Up on there you've got a rock climbing wall, you've also got the rodeo ball that's stored up there. I'm not sure if they do that activity up there as well. All that kind of cool stuff, as well as all the other things they have going on, like the Titanic moment and the walk the plank, all that kind of fun stuff. So now I've remembered I can take my mask off when we're outdoors. This is obviously where I started the video, with our beautiful water slides, 2 on board the Pacific Explorer. A lot of fun and a great way to cool off quickly if you're out in the sun and don't want to jump in the pool.
Oh yeah, yes!
I might be able to steal some footage of this slide from an old video of Danny Black's as he goes down, or at least as Rory goes down, I think it is. But yeah, good fun. Unfortunately not currently on use on board, so we haven't been able to use them. But maybe one day they'll open it up for us. You can see we've used this area to store some of the open deck cushions. Obviously dry, safe and clear. Another area on board that's eerily quiet is the spa. All these treatment rooms obviously empty and not in use at all. The barber over there, is barbershop salon if you like, is completely empty, and really this isn't touched in any way other than probably to do a bit of cleaning. Unfortunately, it also means that the sauna is not open for us, but we survive. So coming through beyond the spa, we have our aerobic studio where we do spinning. Do the occasional spinning class with crew. See someone in there working out right now. And then of course we have our gym on deck 12 aft. Fortunate enough to be able to use this one whilst we're in this pause operation. The crew members can come here and work out at social distance, of course. Some great views out the windows here. So again, one of my favourite areas when we're in service, the Oasis Bar. You can see, not in use at the moment, of course, but what a great view off the aft end, the wash when you're at sea, and everything else. We've had a lot of fun. You can see since from when I joined, they've actually finished the maintenance here on the handrails. So everything's looking good and good to go for getting back into service. Okay guys, I think that pretty much concludes our tour here on board Pacific Explorer. I hope you enjoyed being shown around, showing you a little bit of what it's like here on board a completely empty cruise ship. Just one of many currently at anchor here, as you can see behind me. In the far distance over there, you've got Pacific Encounter, and just here as well you have Pacific Adventure, currently Golden Princess until she goes into dry dock in August for that change around. And over there, I think that is the Sapphire Princess as well. So quite a few of us here, and a load more over there as well, as you can see. But hopefully you got an idea of what it's like, this empty ship. Not many crew on board. We're looking about 107 for the current manning. A few more at the moment with the ferry that's about to happen, and we'll be heading up to around the 400 crew member mark. But that really is crew and passengers, as we're ferrying crew back home, and then we'll be bringing some joiners out here as well in the next couple of weeks. I'll bring you some content on that as well. If you liked what you saw today, please do subscribe. If you haven't already, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all for the next one. Please stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. As promised guys, I'll be giving you a little clip of our second engineer on the old piano, and maybe I'll throw a sunset in at the end as well. Beautiful.